So the thing is, you don't have a steady paycheck, but you do have a job, right? And you're looking for a large personal loan. But today, I have a good news for you because I'm going to actually break it down for you. I'm going to talk to you about the top 10 large personal loans that approve people who don't have a steady paycheck. Listen on. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you're to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the top 10 large personal loans that approve people who don't have a steady paycheck. One thing you need to understand is that simply because you don't have a steady paycheck doesn't mean that you don't have income coming in. You have income coming in. The only thing is that income is irregular. The income is infrequent, right? So that's what people call it. It's not a steady. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the 10 lenders that I will be referring to in today's conversation, they will approve you based on a constellation of factors, not just your steady paycheck, whether you're getting paid, let's say every 2 months. I mean, every 2 months. Who gets paid every 2 months? Every 2 weeks, or every week, or every month? Doesn't matter. What they look at actually your income over a year or 6 months. That way they sort of average out how much you're actually making per month. So even if the paycheck is not steady, they're looking at how much you are making over a long period of time. And you also, so to qualify for this kind of loans, the loans that I'll be speaking to you today, you need to actually have you need to be making at least $6,000 a year minimum, at least. Okay, so that actually comes to about what, $500 per month. They want to see a tax returns for the last 3 years. So they want to see your 1040s for the last 3 years. They want to see bank statements for the last 3 months. They want to make sure you maintain a DTI ratio of less than 40%. What is DTI? DTI is very simple, debt to income ratio. So basically, you take how much debt you have versus how much you're making, and they want to make sure it's less than 40%. In other words, let's say for example, you're making $1,000 a month, right? And you have debt payments that are, let's say, 350. So 350 divided by 1,000, that's 35%. So your DTI ratio is 35%. And in some cases, those lenders might allow you to apply with a co-signer or co-borrower. So this can help you sort of beef up your application. And please, before you actually apply for any of these 10 loans I'll be speaking to you about, make sure you take a thorough look at your credit history before applying, so you may fix potential errors when available. Before we get into the actual nitty-gritty, please check out this short evaluation video. It tells you about our approach when it comes to reviewing loans on this show. All right, number 10, folks. We have Rocket Loans. Our score, 7.5 over 10. When it comes to when it comes to getting a loan for people who don't have a steady paycheck, Rocket Loans is a great place to look at. And their features, their pros and cons. So the pros: minimum monthly salary of $500, job history 3 months. Okay. In terms of FICO, they want you to have a 575. Loan amounts can go from $2,000 to $45,000. Repayment terms 36 to 60 months, and you can get same-day loan funding is available for up to $25,000. No prepayment penalties, and an online application process is available. That's fantastic. So those are the pros. What about the cons? Borrowers pay 1% to 6% loan origination fee. Loan terms are limited to 36 and 60 months. Borrowers with a credit score below 620 may sometimes not be approved. So this is something you need to think about. And in terms of record loans, you can use the loan for everything from debt consolidation to home improvement to auto-related expenses, medical expenses, small business expenses, large purchases, and so on and so forth. Number 9, folks, we have Freedom Plus. Our score, 7.5 over 10. And this is a lender that is great for people who have fair credit. So minimum FICO credit score, 525, between 525 and 575. Loan amount, 7,500 to $40,000. Repayment terms, 24 to 60 months. And the pros, minimum monthly salary is $500. So if you don't have a steady paycheck, that's okay. You will qualify. They want you to have a minimum average monthly salary of $500, job history at least 3 months. And borrowers with fair or no credit may qualify for a loan. Loans of up to $40,000 are available. Same day approval is available with loans funded in as little as 48 hours. What about the cons? The minimum loan amount is $7,500. So if you're not looking for such a large amount, maybe Freedom Plus is not your lender of choice. And another drawback we've seen is that borrowers may pay an origination fee of up to 5%. Number 8, folks, we have Best Egg. Our score, 8 over 10. So Best Egg offers personal loans for people who don't have a steady paycheck, and you can use these loans for business or personal expenses. Okay, credit score, they want you to have a credit score of 575 all the way to 749, and the required annual income is 100,000. So here they're a little up, and even though they will accept you even if you have $500 a month. Okay, $500 a month, they just want to make sure that you may not qualify for 100,000 in terms of the loans. You may qualify for a lower amount because the borrowing amount is up to 100,000, and they can fund the loan on a single day, the same day funding. So the pros, this is great for entrepreneurs and startups with bad credit, competitive terms and fees, short application process. Okay, the cons, this is they have stringent borrower qualifications, and there are some additional fees. So you just have to think about that. This is very important. Number 7, we have Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Our score, 8.5 over 10. And so before you apply, you need to know a few things about Marcus. So Marcus actually is the online consumer banking and lending arm of Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs. And they offer personal loans for up to $40,000 for everybody, including people who don't have a steady paycheck. So when you pay your loan on time and in full for at least 12 consecutive months, you can skip one payment, and interest will not accrue, and the lender will simply extend your loan for 1 month. Okay, there is no minimum FICO credit score disclosed on the company's website. Loan amount is, as I said, $3,500 to $40,000. Repayment terms 36 to 72 months, and minimum monthly salary $1,000. Job history at least 3 months. Okay, and another pro here is that Marcus does not charge any fees on its personal loans, and borrowers can adjust their payment due date. That's pretty cool. What about the cons? Co-signers are not accepted, qualifying criteria are not disclosed upfront, and borrowers are limited as to how they can use loan funds. Okay, and the thing here is that you can actually get a large personal loan from Marcus for a couple of things, including weddings, moving and relocation, vacations, and major purchases. Number 6, folks, we have Upstart. Our score, 8.5 over 10. And here is a lender that is great for borrowers who don't have a steady paycheck but are looking for a loan with a great customer service. Upstart is fantastic. And Upstart is actually a national online lender that uses artificial intelligence to automate more than 2/3 of its lending decisions. And borrowers with bad to fair to excellent credit can connect with investors willing to make loans of up to $50,000. And Upstart has originated more than 500,000 loans since its founding in 2012. Okay, so minimum FICO credit score 575, loan amounts $1,000 to $50,000, repayment terms 36 to 60 months, And what about the pros and cons here? Minimum monthly salary of $500, job history of at least 3 months. And Upstart may accept applicants with fair or bad credit, or even choose people who have no credit history because they use artificial intelligence to quantify a risk. And Upstart loans are as low as $1,000, and the lender's credit dashboard allows customers or borrowers to see the impact of loan repayments and to modify payment dates. What about the cons? Some Upstart's loans charge an origination fee of up to 8%. Loans are not available to Iowa or West Virginia residents, and co-signers are not accepted. Number five rather. We have Prosper. Our score, 9/10. And Prosper offers personal loans to a lot of borrowers, including people who don't have a steady paycheck. And you can use the loan for many reasons. And the borrowing amount up to $50,000. And they want you to have a job for at least 3 months. And the minimum monthly salary is $500. Okay. And the borrowing amount, as I said before, $50,000. Credit score minimum 575 to 600. And what are the pros? The application process is fast and easy. There are no prepayment penalties. Customer service is very helpful. What about the cons? Some additional fees are charged, and funds can take a while to disperse. So this is something you need to think about. All right. Now, one thing you need to understand here is that the company offers, besides personal loans, they also offer personal lines of credit as well. I'll be right back. Right after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a convo about the top 10 large personal loans that approve people who don't have a steady paycheck. And number 4, lender number 4, Pform. Our score, 9/10. So Pform is great for poor credit borrowers. Okay, Pform is actually a peer-to-peer lending platform that connects borrowers nationwide with investors who finance loans. And borrowers with credit scores of 500 or higher may qualify for loans of up to $25,000, in some cases $30,000. Okay, so before you apply, make sure the minimum FICO score is 525. Sometimes it's 500. So we've seen the 500 to 525. Okay, and the loan amount 4,000 to 25,000. In some cases 30,000. Repayment terms, it depends really. And the pros and cons here: minimum monthly salary $500, job history 2 months. So it doesn't matter if whether you have a steady or non-steady paycheck. What matters is that when you average out your income over the year, your monthly salary has to reach at least $500. And another pro here: some borrowers with bad or fair credit may qualify, and borrowers can complete the entire loan process online. And what about the drawbacks? Pform does not accept co-signers, okay? And the lender charges an origination fee. This is something that you need to know. And also, sometimes they might have restrictions in terms of how you can use the loan. Number 3, we have Discover. Our score, 9.5/10. So Discover not only issues major credit cards, but also makes loans to qualified borrowers, including those who don't have a steady paycheck. And so in terms of your credit score, they're looking at minimum credit score of 525. And you can actually borrow all the way to $200,000. Okay, the minimum monthly salary that Discover personal loans require is $750, and you got to have a job history at least for at least 3 months. There is no application or origination fee, multiple repayment term options with fixed monthly payments, convenient digital application process. What about the cons? Now, Discover loans are not available in all states, so you need to check to make sure you have the loans available in your state. And loans are fixed rates, which may be a drawback for borrowers interested in a variable rate option. Number 2, folks, when it comes to the top 10 large personal loans that approve people who don't have a steady paycheck, we have SoFi personal loans. Our score 9.5 over 10. So SoFi offers personal loans for people who don't have a steady paycheck and other people for that matter, and they offer those loans with better rates and more flexible borrowing options than other lenders. And borrowing amounts less than $50,000 all the way to $100,000. Sometimes they can go as low as $10,000. It depends on your situation. And the rates tend to be inexpensive. No origination fee or prepayment penalty. So those are the pros. And there is no late payment fee. What about the cons? Funds cannot be used for business expenses. The application process can be slow, and funds can take a while to disperse. One thing I need to also mention is that in terms of your income, they want you to have at least $500 per month, and they want you to have at least you need to be in the same job for at least 3 months. Okay, so this is it for SoFi. Number one, folks, when it comes to the best of the best, in our view, when it comes to the best large personal loan that approves people who don't have a steady paycheck, Lending Club. Our score 10 over 10. So this is basically a great lender, and minimum FICO credit score 500, loan amount 1,000 to 40,000, repayment terms 36 to 60 months, and in terms of the pros and cons, minimum monthly salary of $500, job history of at least 4 months, loans of $1,000 or more are available, joint applications are accepted, and borrowers can qualify with bad, fair, or excellent credit. So this is pretty cool, right? And what about the drawbacks here? The cons. Lending Club charges an origination fee for all personal loans. Variable rate loans are not available, and loans are available up to $40,000. So if you're looking for, because this conversation is about a large personal loan. So if you're looking for a loan above $40,000, you can't get it with through Lending Club. So this is it for for Lending Club. But overall, this is a great company. Fantastic. They have been processing billions in loans since 2007, and they actually are available in all 50 states, and I think 49 states, and they might not be available in Alaska. I think so, but I can't recall right now. But they are overall in nearly all 50 states, and they have great customer service also. All right, folks. This is it for today's conversation. I was speaking to you about the top 10 large personal loans that approve people who don't have a steady paycheck. Number one, let's just do a quick recap here. Number one, we have Lending Club, 10 over 10. Number two, we have SoFi personal loans, 9.5 over 10. Number three, we have Discover, 9.5 over 10. Number four, we have Pform, 9 over 10. Number five, we have Prosper, 9 over 10. Number six, we have Upstart, 8.5 over 10. Number 7, we have Marcus by Goldman Sachs, 8.5 over 10. Number 8, we have Best Egg, 8 over 10. Number 9, we have Freedom Plus, 7.5 over 10. And number 10, we have Rocket Loans, 7.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.